you've seen two speakers since you left the Speaker's office. What have you learned over the course of those years about what makes a good speaker and what makes somebody who, what's lacking? What's the most important thing for someone to be a speaker and to be good at it?
Well, I didn't learn too much from the two speakers I served with, but I did learn from my own speakership that you have to build consensus. You cannot, you have to take risks. To lead is to take risks. If you're not willing to do that, you're not willing to accomplish a great deal and to lead. When we had the majority and I was a speaker, we worked in a very bipartisan way with President Bush and accomplished a great deal for our country, even though we disagreed with him on the war in Iraq. They did not extend that courtesy or that respect to President Obama, and I think that was wrong.
You were the only daughter of 7 kids.
Yeah, and the youngest.
And the youngest.
And then?
My grandmother was in a similar position. Did having 6 brothers help prepare you for dealing with a house that is overwhelmingly male and leading all these factions of people?
I think you're the only person who's asked me that question, but it must have been something you learned from your grandmother. Yeah. Actually, one of my brothers died when he was a little boy, so I was really raised with 5, from pneumonia, I was really raised with 5 brothers. But yes, it did, because when I came here, it was like, so what? All these guys are here. We want more women, that's for sure. But I wasn't kind of impressed they were guys, And so it was easier for me, I think, because I had all of those brothers. I've been around them and their friends and the rest, and I wasn't impressed.
Whenever they bring the leaders from both sides of the House and Senate together, the president, because we haven't had a woman president yet, and you're the only woman at the table. Do you feel a special responsibility when you're sitting at the table?
Definitely, and I don't intend to relinquish that seat at the table because I never asked anybody to vote for me because I was a woman. I thought Hillary Clinton, no, I didn't think Hillary Clinton would win. I knew Hillary Clinton was going to win, and I thought, okay, then there's a woman at the head of the table. But since that didn't sadly happen, heartbreakingly, patriotically, it didn't happen in any way, I intend to retain that seat at the table.
What advice would you give to some young woman or some young man who's sitting in school and who's watching you on television and thinking about either coming to Congress or coming to work for somebody who's in Congress? What qualities, what should they be working on?
Well, I just want them to be themselves. That's the best advice I ever received, and it's the best advice I can give anyone. Be yourself. Know your purpose. Why do you want to do this? What is your why? Why do you want to do this? And then that motivation, whether it's about equality in our community, economic justice, whether it's protecting the planet, whether it's whatever, individual liberties, whatever it happens to be, know your stuff. So, know your purpose, your vision. What is your vision? What do you know about it? So that people respect your judgment, whether you're on the staff or whether you're making the vote. And then have a plan. This is what I want to do. Have a plan. Have a plan for yourself and a plan for your idea. You may not want to run for office. You may want to advance a cause. But what's your plan? So if you have a vision, knowledge, respected judgment, and a plan, you will connect. People will be drawn to you. And you have to know your power because you are unique. You're the only one like you, and we need you.
How do you know when to compromise?
Well, you have to. It's not, people always say compromise is a bad word. No, you don't compromise your principle, but you have the humility to know that there might be something else in terms of putting together a solution. So you say, well, I didn't get everything in terms of the time frame or the dollar amount or whatever it is, but we sufficiently advanced the cause. So you have to make a judgment about the calibration. Is this a decision that is going to take the place of something better we can fight longer for, or is this crossing a bridge and we're on our way to something better? So it is, you kind of know, and you want sustainability for your solution. So if it's bipartisan or if it's regionally, you have a regional understanding of the impact that might be different from your individual district. It's about respect, it's about building consensus, it's about listening, and it's not about just saying, unless I have it all, I can't have anything. Sometimes it is. If it's a principle, woman's right to choose, issues like that.